All right, let's go. It's booting up right now. I think, maybe. I hope it doesn't crash. But I think we're ready to go. Just got my new jersey. DHL just delivered my Rangers jersey from Glasgow. So I'm excited about that. What is going on? Here we go. That does not look like World War I. That says Nations at War. That's weird. All right, let's close that out. Let's try this again. All right, how do we know the difference between the two here? This is kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to do to get one or the other. Yeah, World War I looks a tiny bit different. Maybe we have to just go into certain servers on here. I don't know. We'll find out. That was right. Oh, okay. We'll check. Now we just got to load it again. All right, let's look at the servers. Oh, there we go. Frontlines. I see. And look at how many people are already in the game. Dang. Let's try to get into this US server. Beautiful. We're in. You guys get to experience my first time playing this just as I do. Didn't know World War I used muskets. It's a Tom Irex. It's oh, server's full. Come on. It makes you do all that just to find out that the server's full. Wow, these are mostly all EU servers. I'm trying to get into a US server. It should just tell you that right away without having to make you go through the process of loading the game before it tells you the server's full. Or wait until a slot's available, huh? Ugh. I might just join an EU server just so I can get going. No, I know it's a third person or first person shooter. You can switch between third person and first person. This is my first time playing Frontlines, but I've played plenty of Holdfast. So I would imagine that the gameplay is basically like Holdfast, which is a Napoleonic War game. All right, we're going to join the Allies. Looks like I'm going to be a rifleman. British rifleman. Oh, there's an American Expeditionary Force downloadable content. You can get Durham Light Infantry. It is. All right, hopefully there won't be too much lag playing on an EU server. There might be a little bit. Oh, and just like that, we win. So now we'll get into a fresh start for a game. Well, there's a lot of EU servers too because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in the States. So not a lot of people, not a lot of Americans are playing right now. Oh, I get to vote on the next map, huh? I don't know. I don't know any of the maps. Press K and scream. Where's the drum fire, though? Yeah, let's not have that. Yes, I contributed so much on that one. All right, I don't know these maps. Is that a tank? I wonder if there's tanks in this game. That'd be something. I'm going to guess no. And now Battle Cry of Freedom, if you guys saw me play that the other day, we're going to go Central Powers. Nah, I want to be Allied. Looks like the medic and the artillerymen are French. Battle Cry of Freedom also has a World War I mode, which is, I'm going to guess, part of the reason why Holdfast came up with one. Got my Lee Enfield rifle, my bayonet. Now I can switch to... Oh, the controls are a little different here. Alright, C is how we get first person mode. Yeah, Furcan, I literally just finished installing it. It went live about an hour ago. It's a free downloadable content. If you have Holdfast, you can download this. It's like a 12 gigabyte download. Hey, Ozai, I'm doing great. How about yourself? My Rangers took care of Boat Russia Dortmund today, and my jersey came from Rangers from Glasgow about 5 minutes ago. So I'm wearing it while I play. Interesting, the flag is American, French, and British. It's like all the main Allied forces together. Alright, we haven't seen the enemy yet, but I'm guessing they're right up here. We're about 96 meters away from the first point we need to take. You can hear the whistles going. The trench whistles that would be blown when guys would go over the top. Interesting. Haven't really run into any enemies so far, but it looks like there's some maybe in there. These Lee Enfields are good weapons. So far, this World War I mode is lacking trenches. I would imagine they're coming. Not all of World War I was trench warfare. I mean, that's what is most iconic and what it's mostly known for. There's a tank. I don't think anybody's driving it, though. Oh boy, there's a German right there. Got him. This doesn't feel like the safest place to be. Oh, there's one up in that window. Oh, I'm out. Oh no! I had him in my sights and I had to reload. Ah! Hey Zach, how's it going? Oh, there's some trench. There's a trench mortar right there. Nice. And then we got, I don't know, like a 75 millimeter howitzer. Yeah, good question. I do think Lee Enfield should have 10. So it looks like we've got 2 of the 4, or 2 of the 6 locations. We're going to need to get more than that. Hopefully we can get a good trench warfare mode on one of these maps. It would have to be late in the war if there are tanks, because the first tank battle was in the fall of 1916. And the first major tank battle didn't come till after that. The Germans never really had many tanks. Most of the tanks the Germans used were captured Allied tanks. They only made like 20 of their own. Drew! Awesome. Welcome. Alright, here comes the enemy. I'm going to stay behind this rock for now. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have to get some streams going. Once enough people on the channel have it, we can do some private matches with this. That'll be a lot of fun. This one and Battle Cry of Freedom. Oh, he dropped just as I fired. Let's reload. Kennedy, if there's open spots on the games, you can always play, yeah. Patron or not. I don't know what the bullet drop is like on these guns yet. It takes a little bit of practice getting used to it. I got him but didn't kill him. Got him. There we go. So I aimed a little high, but he was only about 50 yards out. New Crusader Kings episode will be tomorrow. I was going to do one today, and then I saw this was coming out, so I decided to stream this instead. Germans are sneaking around over by this tank. He's shooting at me. This is a free downloadable content for Holdfast. So if you own Holdfast, you can get this. But if you want to get American uniforms, that's like $6.99 for the download for that. But I'm totally fine as a British soldier. I don't need the American uniforms. In fact, I prefer the British uniforms anyway. I'm getting a little risky going out like this. We do have a high ping because I'm playing on a EU server, but it seems to be doing okay so far. Hopefully later I can switch over to an American server. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not lagging more too. It's actually been really smooth so far. Then again, I haven't seen the enemy much, so. Oh, here's some artillery. Somebody's in there playing piano. That always happens on this game. There he is. I see you, sir. Hold still. Oh, my aim sucks. Took me way too long. I should have had that guy. I haven't played this for a while. And you can see the French uniform there. The artillery guys are French. And the medics, I think. Jose, I wouldn't be surprised to see if the next Grand Tactician game would be like Napoleonic Warfare. Just, I think it fits better with that style. I don't think it would work real well as a World War I game. Alright, we each hold 3 of the spawn points, but it looks like right now they're winning in terms of the points. There's 20 minutes to go. I believe 150 people per server, which is way less than what Battle Cry of Freedom has, but I think this has better graphics than Battle Cry of Freedom, so that's part of why, I'm sure. I did see. Is Asanzo made by the same people who made like Verdun and what was the other game they did with Verdun? There was an Eastern Front version of Verdun. Kennedy, thank you. What rank am I? Oh gosh, I don't know. I just started playing this. I probably don't have a rank. Tannenberg, that's it. Thank you. I knew somebody would mention it. So Tannenberg and Verdun. I would guess that Isanzo is probably made by the same people. Now Stalingrad was World War II. There was no Stalingrad during World War I because the Soviets hadn't taken over yet. All right, what's going on over here? Oh, they hold C, so there's probably some of them over this way. This is pretty epic because I just came back from the battlefields of the Western Front, making a bunch of videos about World War I. So it's great to be able to play this. All right, looks like some of the Germans are way out there. I keep forgetting the controls are different on this than Battle Cry of Freedom. Somebody was shooting at me. Oh, I got an assist on that guy. I must actually hit him way out in the distance. I want to reload while I'm sitting here. Oh, that would be amazing with VR for Verdun. I don't know if you guys have seen. It's not very long. It's only like maybe like a 15-minute long thing. But Dan Carlin, who does an amazing podcast about history called Hardcore History, he has a VR experience about World War I that's pretty neat. We got it on our Oculus Quest. Fortress Austerlitz. Oh, we get Attack of the Dead Men. Nice. I like it. Trying to move in closer because the enemy still holds C and D. Those are the only two he's still got. I'm sure it's a Lee Enfield that I have. That was the standard issue weapon for British soldiers. Which I think was probably the best gun in the war. Standard issue gun, anyway. Oh boy. Somebody's shooting at me and I can't see him. There he is. Ah, he got me. 59 meters away. I did make it to Verdun. The weather was absolutely awful, and it was super windy. I had planned to make 10 videos in my 2 days in Verdun. I only ended up making 6. Yeah, I'm on an EU server just because the American server, there was only one and it was full. There are a ton of servers full. I mean, there were, I think when I got on, there had to have been a good 10 servers that had 150 people each in them. The Brits had the best firing squads. Yeah, I guess I won't argue with that. One of the videos I wanted to make at the Somme and I couldn't make was at the Thiepval Memorial. They actually have, like I was going to do a video on the people who were executed, who are remembered there. It was going to be called Shot at Dawn. But the Thiepval Memorial was being repaired and I couldn't access it. I did not go to Normandy. I'm going to Normandy probably this summer or early fall. I see you, dude. I don't know if that guy's laying down or if he's dead. Ah! I'm waiting for him to pop back out on that side. Doesn't look like he's going to. Somebody must have got him. Alright, let's go. What's my favorite World War II tank? Ooh, T-34, I think. Yeah, Normandy's in the plans. I'm gonna go with JD from the History Underground. So I'm waiting for him to schedule it, because he's got some other things that may be in the works. I think he mentioned a little bit of it. So I guess I can probably talk about it because he already did. Oh, there's a machine gun. I think. Oh, can you not lean over? Oh! I pulled the trigger, but nothing happened. Oh. I think I must have needed to reload. Yeah, so JD, originally we had plans to go this spring, and he was going to open it up to, like, we were going to, like, have this really good tour guide, and I was going to make a bunch of content for the other channel, but he has an opportunity, and like I said, he mentioned, he announced this already, so I can talk about it. He has an opportunity. There's only one surviving member of Easy Company from Band of Brothers. There's only one surviving member of that company left. His name's Brad Freeman. And JD may have a chance to go over to Normandy with Brad Freeman, which would be amazing for him. And so that's why we haven't scheduled the Normandy trip yet, is because he's trying to work out the details for that trip first. You had a flintlock. Hop on the T-34 bandwagon, will ya? There's a reason there's a T-34 bandwagon. Yes, I know about Dead Man's Corner. That's definitely somewhere I plan to go. I did play Battlefield 1. It's been a long time. I can't really remember the specific missions. I remember the one with the big battleship, like, on the water right next to the land where you are. There isn't enough dying going on. That's fair. Oh, look at all the Germans. Oh boy, I got hit. Maybe I'll duck out over the side here and try to hit him from this side. Oh, grenade. Do I have any of those? Yeah, Jared, Indy and I actually talked about that because he invited me, because we were trying to figure out a time that we could meet. We were emailing back and forth, and because he subscribes to my other channel, and when I was in France, he was in Bavaria making videos for the World War II channel, so we didn't get a chance to connect when I was in France. But he mentioned that they were going to be doing that 24-hour thing, like D-Day minute by minute, and he said that I should, told me I should try and make it out to Normandy for that it would be a great time for us to connect and meet up. So I don't know if that'll happen or not, but that would be fun. Yeah, there's definitely not enough artillery. I think something like 75% of all deaths, battle deaths in World War I were from artillery. Alright, down into the trenches here. Must be German trenches. They're too nice to be British trenches. We need more kaboom. Now they're way off in the distance. They've got 4 of the objectives. Look at the score, though. Our scores are almost identical. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. A trench that leads to nowhere. Well, if they're doing live minute by minute, then you ought to be able to figure out where they are. Yeah, I just don't know if I want my first time in Normandy to be during the anniversary when there's a bazillion people everywhere. The reason I went to the Western Front in France in February is because I knew there wouldn't be any people around, and there weren't. I don't think I ever saw more than like 2 people at any of the sites I was at. Most of the sites, there was nobody, which is great when you're making videos. Why is my body scuffed? Actually, I'm looking pretty clean for a guy on the World War I front lines. Yeah, Spade Gaming, I hear you. I've heard stories about, I mean, the artillery was just, I don't think people fully understand how bad the artillery was in World War I. It wasn't like boom, 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 like you see in the movies, like where every second or two a shell hits. The artillery was so intense that you couldn't even distinguish one from another. That's why they called it drum fire. It was just ridiculously intense. And I heard a story about a time that artillery hit a tree and blew it up in the air, and before the tree even landed on the ground, another shell shot it back in the air. Oh wait, these are our side, aren't they? Yeah, they just spawned. Oh, we're slightly ahead right now. I think as long as we hang on to the 3 objectives we currently have, we'll probably win, just barely. Oh boy. Who just shot at me? And why did I just whistle when I talked? Oh, that guy probably shot at me. Oh. My aim sucks. I really shouldn't stay out in the open like this, but I saw some Germans running through there, and I was hoping maybe there'd be more. I think that guy got hit, the one that I was waiting for to pop back out. I saw blood. I didn't see him, but I saw blood. Is that an Anzac? That guy's Anzac. Nice. Ah! Oh, my aim is terrible. I'm going to have to get better at this game. Who just shot at me, said every World War I soldier ever. Accurate. All right, we've got all the objectives but one. I think we've got this one sealed. Yeah, I mean, people don't realize just the psychological effect and the physical effect that artillery must have had, the shockwaves, one after the other. At one point, on one section of the line in Verdun, I sat down and figured it out, and it was something like 227 artillery shells per yard of the front at Verdun. I mean, that is just an absurd amount of artillery. Kennedy, what's up? Yeah, X is melee. I just didn't have time to do it. I thought I'd hit him. Who just shot at me on the next shirt? I like that. 4 minutes left in this battle. We'll see if we can take the last objective. The COD War. I'm not real familiar with that one, no. Only COD I'm familiar with is Call of Duty. You expect a Victoria Cross from me? I wouldn't hold my breath. There they are. The Bosch. That's what they like to call them. Why do I keep whistling when I talk? They like to call the Germans the Bosch. Oh, we lost one of our objectives. That's okay. Yeah, Normandy would have been pretty peaceful in World War I. Oh, jeez. I was looking at the chat and I didn't see that guy coming. Oh, there's Germans everywhere. They're gonna kill me. Run! Run! Get out of my way, Frenchie! I gotta reload real quick. That's right. 2 of you down. I keep hitting V for... I'm used to playing Battle Cry of Freedom. Oh, this is a German spawn point. Ah. He got me. Darn it! I did not visit St. Lo while I was in France. Alright, minute 45 to go. We're about to win this. Yeah, Normandy, there wasn't a lot going on in Normandy because Normandy, the front line from the fall of 1914 until the spring of 1918, the front line didn't move a whole lot on the Western Front. Moved a little bit more in the spring of 1918 and then in the summer and fall, but it never got close. I mean, yeah, they never got closer than maybe 20 miles from Paris, so a long way from Normandy. Mr. Beep, what's going on, man? A lot of the British landed up closer to Belgium, probably more like Calais. Mr. Beep, no, I've only been going for, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes. Because the front line was up in Belgium for the British. Mr. Willenshower, that sounds amazing. Oh, wow! That artillery just took out all 4 of those guys. Oh, and they all flew in the same direction. And now the artillery got me. I should have known better than to stand in the spot where the artillery had just killed 4 people. Mr. Beep, I took driver's ed and then didn't need it anyway because I didn't get my license till I was 18. We won. All right. Thank you, Kennedy. I got 4 kills and 8 deaths. Pretty weak, but I haven't played this game forever, so... Alright, what are we voting on? Let's go with Foxhole. Foxhole sounds like the place to be for some good trench warfare. At least I contributed this time. Alright, we're playing Foxhole. Hopefully we get a little trench warfare going on now. Because, you know, that last one wasn't horrifying enough. Durham Light Infantry seems to be what we get every time. I wonder if there's a way to get something else. So it's a Lee Enfield Mark III. I'm sure they'll add more. Oh, nighttime. Thank you, Bruin. Kennedy, that's... the Entente is actually what their alliance was called. The Central Powers, just kind of a name based on the geography, because they were all in Central Europe. You have Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. They had originally it had been Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy had signed what was called the Triple Alliance. And then the British, the French, and the Russians were the Triple Entente. More Crusader Kings 3 coming tomorrow. Alright, this is pretty intense, and I just got hit by friendly fire. Is it because I was... Oh, I bet it's because of that, I ran into that barbed wire. I don't even see anybody down there. I'm just shooting in the general direction of where the objective is. A little covering fire, so to speak. And I gotta reload. Kennedy, that's a lot of videos. Was Foxhole a real battle? No. Just a term, I guess. The Entente Cordiale, that's right. Thank you, Bob Chapman. Oh, there are Germans right there. Okay. Now this map looks miserable. Perfect for World War I. We just need more people. I mean, we got about 70 on each side. I just wish we had a lot more. Oh, this guy's got a machine gun. He looks like he's an Anzac. Oh no, he's... Oh yeah, he is Anzac. Nice. I love their hats. The map is dark, and yes, it is night. I think the machine gun's firing a little high. Whoa, was that artillery? It was. From 300 meters away, I got hit. Darn it. Alright, let's see if I can make it back to that bunker without getting killed by artillery this time. Oh, there's always interesting gamer tags on this game, and yes, those trenches are massive. Much more than they should be. Everybody's hiding in the bunker. What the heck? I'm trying to aim at where I see that machine gun firing. I think I'm just hitting the bunker though. I'm not really shooting anybody. Oh, I got an assist, so I must have hit somebody. Oh, I gotta reload. I don't think I could hit that guy. Oh, I must have hit him. Alright, I don't think I'm going to do much damage from in here. Hey, thanks, Drew. Take care. Oh, I ran into the stupid barbed wire again. Thanks, Colton. Alright, let's jump the barbed wire. Successfully, apparently. Kind of afraid to come out of the trench. For obvious reasons. Reload real quick. Hopefully I don't pay for this. If I can get down behind this hill right over here without dying. There we go. Oh! Yeah, I'll check the American servers after this. Colton, yeah, definitely want to do a Bleeding Kansas video. Might go out sometime and connect with Mr. Beat to do one together. We talked about that, because he lives out there.
Hold back! We're losing ground to the enemy!
Alright, where are they? Oh, come on! Well, Kennedy, the problem, I think, was that the artillery was never going to do the job at the Somme. The Germans had been there for almost 2 years. They had bunkers that were 40 feet underground that had ventilation, electric lighting. They were completely safe. What would have made a difference at the Somme would have been a couple of good radios so they could coordinate the artillery a little better. Ah, is that a gas shell? Because the problem was that it took them longer than expected to get to each objective, and so the creeping barrage was too far out in front. So they didn't have protection, because what would happen is the creeping barrage would lift up and the Germans would come out of their bunkers just in time to fight off the attack. Well, this is not going particularly well for me, or for my side. We haven't taken any of the objectives. Worst part of World War I, in my opinion? Oh, the living conditions. I talked about that in one of my videos on the other channel. I mean, imagine living in the mud. I mean, you know, like those guys that died in that attack on July 1st in the Somme, not only are these units taking 80% casualties, but the guys that survived couldn't get to their buddies. And so the guys that got killed out in the battlefield on July 1st were still laying there 8 months later in a lot of places. So you couldn't even get to your buddies to give them a decent burial. The smell would have been awful. Oh yeah, I was gonna check. Oh darn it! I'll have to quit after I get to it. Tom, the German bunkers. Go check out some of JD's videos on the History Underground. He looks at some of those German bunkers in Normandy. You can get a good look at what they're like. Yeet Jones. The game is no, it's not that much on Steam. Oh, I just quit. I didn't mean to quit from the whole game. I think it's only like $10 for Holdfast, and then this downloadable content's free. There are, if you aren't real squeamish, there are a lot of photos that you can easily Google that show some of the, like the bodies where they died is where they got left, and basically you see a skeleton still wearing a uniform, still has his boots on, still has his rifle in his hand. There's a lot of that. Hey, take care, Tom. Yeah, Colton, I'm excited about that too. He and I talked on the phone the other day, kind of working on our plans for the live stream. All right, American servers. Let's see if we can get lucky and get into one of these. See, now it's showing server is full. That's what it should have done before. My PC specs, that's a great question. I don't really remember. It's pretty much a kind of a middle of the line one. I honestly don't even remember. But it's not, I don't have a real top of the line PC at all. Alright, here's some that have like 135. That's what I need. That way I know they won't be full when I get into them. I mean, you can imagine what the situation must have been for the guys on the ground when you consider that, I guess we'll play as the Germans this time, when you consider that a lot of those places to this day, they can't, like, people can't live. The Mauser Gewehr 98, that's a good gun too. Gonna play as the Germans this time. Look at the fog. We're in an American server now. If you get in and the game will lag, you might theorize I'm still in France. And I've been home for a week and a half now. Alright, what's going on here? Let's go up the ladder. What is that? These officers are like dancing or something. Oh, this fog is so creepy. I love it. Somebody's firing a machine gun. Oh, you can hear those bullets whizzing by. I should play this with headphones. That would be pretty epic. The British uniforms certainly were accurate. I mean, they didn't have all the details, but I'm not as familiar with the German uniforms to be able to say. The trenches I'm not so sure about. They're a little too wide. This one's a little bit more like what you would expect from World War I as far as the everybody kind of bunched up in one area. The artillery flying around. I hit him but didn't kill him. Darn it. What's up, the janitor? Ah, he moved. Ah! Darn it. Somebody got me with a grenade. Yeah, this fog, that's a lot like my first day in France. I didn't see the ground when we were landing in Paris. I didn't see the ground until about 10 seconds before we landed. That's how low the clouds were. And it was really super foggy, like at Belleau Wood that day. And then my second day was great. It was sunny and beautiful. But then when I got to Verdun, the weather was atrocious in Verdun. Seems like this is the front line right here. So these are spawn points, these little boxes, I guess, when you see the flag right there. Ah. Headshot. Oh, guys, stop walking in front of me. Wow, that was quick. We lost that one in a hurry. Mr. Villain Shower, that's probably a fair assessment. Pretty sad life for him. His son took his own life. His wife was assassinated. He lived forever. We'll do a couple more rounds. And then I have to run some recycling to the recycling center. Oh, we're on Foxhole. Give them some spicy wind. I'll play German again. Bayonet charges could do the trick. What could go wrong? No school in Western Germany today because of the weather. I know the weather was pretty bad here in the eastern U.S., especially in the south. Because it was really warm here yesterday and today. It was like in the upper 50s. But now the cold front's coming back through and it's going to be in the 20s tomorrow. Which, let's see, 50s here would be like, I don't know, 7, 8 degrees Celsius. Calvin, glad you could catch some action live too. I'm not great at the game yet. See, so the Central Powers flag, you see we've got the Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, German flags. Last time I went into one of these bunkers, it didn't end well. I don't really see anybody. Wish I could run a little faster. Doesn't appear to be anybody over this way. Oh, hello. Hit two of them, didn't kill either one of them. Man, I keep hitting people but not killing them. Darn it. Need to get better with my aim. That guy I should have hit. Ah! So many hits, so few kills. The Ottomans, I don't know what they were hoping to gain. The Ottoman Empire was on its last legs, I think, regardless of what happened in that war. But I think they were hoping that the Russians were so busy with Germany that they wouldn't be able to deal with them as well. Because the Russians were kind of an old enemy. Yep, Kennedy got it. Well, see, I think the Allied flag on this game wins because at least it matches. They're, the British, the French, and the Americans all. I just ran into that. All were red, white, and blue, so at least that works. Burning tank. Oh, I see somebody coming up over here. If he'll hold still long enough, I'll get him. Somebody threw a grenade. I might not even be shooting at somebody. I thought I was, but I don't know if I am. Is there a Lewis gun? There should be. I need to get out of here. That is not a good place to be. Let's hide behind this burning tank. What could go wrong? I need a good sniper rifle about now. That's my preferred kind of modus operandi in shooting games, is to be a sniper and kind of hang back at the distance. I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't have the reflexes for first-person shooters anymore. I'm gonna die. How did I miss him? Ah! God save the king. You like your flags like you like your art. Just a bunch of random colors and shapes thrown together. I like it. Yeah, the Japanese were enemies of the Germans in this war. Oh, I got hit by a machine gun from 300 meters away. Oh, brutal. Hey, Connor, what's going on? So I came across a couple of older World War I movies I'm going to have to watch maybe this weekend. One's called Passchendaele, and then there's one called The Trench that's got Daniel Craig in it. I think it involves the Battle of the Somme. So I don't know if anybody has seen either one of those. Capture a point from the enemy or face defeat. Somehow it got an assist kill much, much later. Oh. That grenade's coming right at me. Ah! Oh no, Torsk. A near disaster? Oh, headshot. Oh, maybe it wasn't a hill shot. Headshot. Boy, there's a lot of guys coming this way. Dang. That's a big rush coming this way. We gotta reload. Yeah, Calvin, I might do some historical movie reviews. Oh boy, I was a guy coming around with a bayonet and I was looking at the chat. The Trench is on Netflix? British Netflix. Alright, I might have to use a VPN for that one. Oh boy. That did not go well. Alright, we're going to do one more round. Then I've got to upload my video for my other channel. I recorded it, but I didn't upload it because I didn't want to slow down the download speed for this game. Director Cosmic, I was thinking the same thing. I do have my first sponsors for the other channel. Squarespace and Skillshare are going to be sponsoring some upcoming videos. Back to the Allied side. The only thing I'm worried about with reacting to Drunk History is that I'm afraid there'll be some kind of a copyright issue with a lot of the TV shows I've tried to do reactions to, and I don't even get to make the videos live. My favorite game I've done a Let's Play on, probably Grand Tactician: The Civil War. I'm slowly becoming oversimplified. I don't have the patience he does to only do a video every couple of months. What is going on here? Why am I not getting into this game? Oh. No. Let's go back. Let's try to rejoin the LS. There we go. They might be blasting the cha-cha slide. I have voice chat turned off. That's why you don't hear anybody talking. Raid Shadow Legends. I've had offers from them. I've declined that. I do remember Torsk. We're definitely going to do some with Battlecry of Freedom if some folks get that, because we can do private matches on Battlecry of Freedom with Commander mode where everybody has their own company, which I think would be a lot of fun. Way more fun than getting 6 or 8 people in a private match on this. The ghost of Ronald Reagan. Oh boy. I have a pistol? Very nice. Oh, somebody healed me. Thank you, Frenchie. And then I just got hit again. Lovely. Where's my grenade? Is this the grenade? It is. I don't think I threw it nearly far enough, but... Now I gotta get my rifle back. Oh, I had another grenade? Beautiful. Quit blowing the whistle. I ain't going nowhere, dude. No chance. And I got killed. We are gonna go up through Obama. He suggested that, and we talked about it a little bit when I talked to him on the phone the other day, and we agreed we would go up through Obama. When I saw the ghost of Ronald Reagan, what that made me think of is, what is it, Anchorman 2? Is that the ghost of Stonewall Jackson? Man, this one, everybody's kind of in one area. I like it. It's a little more intense this way. It's also a lot quicker way to die. Oh, machine gun. Stuck on this table. Not even a few years, Mr. Beep. I didn't start doing daily content until January of last year, so it's only been just over a year. Alright, grenade time. See if I can get it to work properly this time. Ah, come on, quit killing me! Yes, the globe as the profile picture. Unkillable Soldier Janitor. I'm going to be doing the reaction to that song tomorrow. Yeah, Mr. Willenshower, I saw that. Kind of a cool thing. And it was actually Matt from Useful Charts who invited me to... We have this kind of private... I forget the name of the site that we're on. It's like... But it's all the... Like a lot of the history YouTubers. We're all in this like... Similar to Discord thing that we're in together. So it's me, Mr. B, the guy from Matt from Useful Charts, Cynical Historians in there, a bunch of other ones. And we just kind of talk and share ideas with each other and different things like that. Kennedy, I'm glad to have you no matter when you subbed. Seems like it's a little quieter over this way. Yeah, and I saw my friend Indy Nidell is acting in that one, which is cool. I'll have to send him an email after I watch it. Yeah, it's one of the cool little perks to having a a growing YouTube channel is getting to connect with some of these other guys and getting to know them a little bit. Like, it's very weird to me to look at my phone and have, like, Gary Edelman from the American Battlefield Trust and Mr. Beat and JD from History Underground, like, saved in my contacts and, like, text them and things like that. It's pretty crazy. I don't have Indy's phone number, but I'm sure I could get it if I asked for it. Yeah, Indy's a cool dude. He was very kind reaching out to me. And he actually, when he first messaged me, I hadn't even realized that he had actually been... He's been subscribed to Vlogging Through History since, like, January. Like, he was probably, like, within the first 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers of the channel, which is pretty awesome to think about, that he noticed me even then. Thank you, Mr. Frenchman. I won't call you Frenchie this time. The George Washington thing that the History Channel did was actually pretty good. Oversimplified, I'm not holding my breath about that one. Oversimplified, I don't get the impression that they like to play well with others. They're about the one and only channel that I do reactions to that hasn't like reached out to me and said, hey, it's awesome, we appreciate it, thank you for sending people our way. But I guess part of that comes with Oversimplified being a super huge, very popular channel. What's this guy doing? I'm not playing rock, paper, scissors with you. I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, Gary is a cool dude. It was fun getting to meet him. I wish I could climb into this building. How am I getting all these assists? I'm not shooting anybody. Alternate History Hub. Cody, I haven't talked to him yet. When were semi-automatic rifles made? Not long after the Civil War, I would say. Can I shoot this guy through the window? Ah! Oh, I need to throw a grenade real quick. Before I die. It might be awkward with Epic History TV. Yeah, maybe a little bit. They're the only ones to ever hit me with a copyright strike. You're stream sniping? Nice. Do I have any biases? Absolutely, everyone does. I'm politically conservative, and so I'm going to see, and I'm a Christian. So I'm going to see everything through my worldview and my biases. I try to be as aware of my biases as I can be. And everyone has biases. What drives me nuts... I don't have a problem with people having biases because we all have them. You know, the way you're raised, the place that you live, the family you grew up in, your experiences, they all shape your beliefs. They all shape your biases. What drives me nuts is not that people have biases, but when people don't think they have any. That's why I've never really been a huge fan of the guy from At and Shay, because I feel like he doesn't think he's as biased as he is. Whereas Mr. Beat, for example, he recognizes his biases. I try to. Washington was the first First president under the Constitution, which is why he's recognized as the first president. Yeah, we had a bunch of Continental Congress presidents. Quite a few under the Articles of Confederation. What's going up, Brocky? Oh, we're getting a little glitching for the first time here. Yeah, I will say this for Mr. B. First of all, Matt's a super nice guy. He actually reached out to me after I did my very first reaction to one of his videos. And he's been very, very kind, very gracious all along the way. And his channel's been growing really, really well lately. And he's had his channel for a long time. I think he started his channel in like 2009, way back in the early days of YouTube. But he's seeing a lot of growth lately. He's at almost 500,000 subscribers now. And well-deserved. He knows his stuff. And yeah, he and I have a little bit different political perspective. But I think we get along really well. And I'm looking forward to the stream with him. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I guess I should be going this way. More glitching? Yeah, I mean, I didn't experience any glitching at all. I don't think I would do a collab with that and Shay. And I know Matt did. Matt Beat did one. And you know, I could be wrong. Maybe because I know he has kind of that persona that he does on his videos, At and Shay. So I don't want to sit here and say I couldn't do it. He just doesn't strike me as the kind of person that I would mesh well with, I guess. I do not consider the ability to tell right from wrong to be biased. No, I'm sure you're trying to make a point there. Oh, two of us went down right at the same time. Yeah, December 7th, 1941 was the day that Pearl Harbor was attacked, and the declaration of war came after that, but they declared that a state of war had existed with Japan since December 7th. Yeah, Logan is absolutely right. The declaration of war was on the 8th, but like I said, they declared that a state of war existed since the 7th. So even though the declaration came after the 7th, it counts from the 7th. Logan, what I was going to say was there were Americans fighting in France during World War I as early as 1914. A bunch of them served in the Foreign Legion. And then you had the Lafayette Escadrille, which was, which was the Americans who wore French uniforms, served in the French military, and flew planes. In fact, the very first American fighter pilot to ever be shot down in combat, Victor Emmanuel Chapman, was killed in 1916. So Americans were fighting and dying in World War I long before the United States entered the war. Yes, this is Holdfast Frontlines. Came out a couple hours ago. Pretty quiet over here on this side at the moment. I've been paying attention to the chat, so I'm getting killed a lot.
We're losing ground to the enemy.
Try to find a quiet spot over here. I used to watch Columbo all the time as a kid. He was on TV all the time. I do enjoy the World War One setting. World War One's kind of my main history interest right now, especially since I just got back from the battlefields of World War One on the Western Front. Ah. Torsk on Battle Cry of Freedom, the commander mode. Yeah, you get like a company of men, and you get to it's like well, Battle Cry of Freedom's made by the same people that made the Napoleonic War mod for Mount and Blade Warband. So you control your men similar to how it's done on Mount and Blade. Oh, I got headshotted. I visited Peter Falk's grave in Hollywood when I was there. I have not played Iron Harvest. Logan, I went to the Somme, Verdun, Champagne-Marne, Meuse-Argonne, Belleau Wood were kind of primarily the areas where I was. What is the part I know the least of? The Italian front, World War One. The first black regiment to see combat in the Civil War. That would have been... Oh boy, I know it wasn't the 54th Massachusetts. Was it the 1st Kansas? Maybe? I know it wasn't 54th Massachusetts. I just can't think off. Might have been a Louisiana regiment. Oh boy. Hello. There are Germans in all those windows. I saw, when I was younger, I watched Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Colonizing games, I might. Oh, jeez, that guy came right out of the window and bayoneted me. Oh. I would love to visit Isonzo someday, the Italian front. That's on my long list of places I want to go. Harlem Hellfighters, baby. So in the oh, what game is it? Is it Hell Let Loose? Not Hell Let Loose. Beyond the Wire, I think you can play as the Harlem Hellfighters. I can't remember if it's Beyond the Wire or if it's the... Yeah, I think it is Beyond the Wire. You can play as the Harlem Hellfighters. Which, you know, they've got that real distinct look because they had American uniforms but French helmets and French weapons. And they show all of that in the game. It's really cool. 369th Infantry. How did I miss him? Darn it. Can you fly planes in this game? I don't think so. Well, I'm not thinking of Battlefield 1 because it was a game I played the other day. I think it had to have been Beyond the Wire. Because I don't have Battlefield 1 on my computer. I hit that guy when he was jumping out, but I didn't kill him. Ah, get out of my way. Oh, I see that guy over there. Oh, they're too fast for me. Mr. Beep, the first airplane was, I mean, the Wright brothers were from Dayton, but they didn't fly it in Ohio. They flew it in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Historic Travels, I'm not familiar with that channel, but that sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. I haven't really played any of the Far Cry games. My wife is texting me that my boys are hungry for dinner, so now I've got 2 reasons why I've got to wrap this up. I'll check that channel out. Historic Travels. There were about 200,000 black Americans who served in combat roles in World War I. I don't know what the numbers are for World War II, but that's certainly possible. Trail Wolf, I actually did a video about the sinking of the Lusitania, and I've done some about the Titanic too, so I've done both. Take care, Kennedy. Oh, man. These guys are way better than me. Hopefully we'll win this before long. We just got to take B. Does it support controllers? I would imagine it does, but I haven't tried yet. A big bag of spicy Cheetos to eat on the plane. Nice. I'll have to check out History Secrets. I don't know that one either. Well, the problem is in our house, I'm the one that usually makes dinner, so everybody has to wait to eat until I'm there to make it. Alright, I'm going to hide behind here until I see some Germans pop out. Come on now. I would definitely get the game. It's like, I don't know, what, $8, $10, something like that, and the DLC's free. I keep thinking that chicken was a German laying there. I'm gonna try to run over here, side of this building. Nice. Oh, hello. I bet they're sneaking up behind me. Ah, my reflexes are the worst. Yes, this is downloadable content. It's free. It just came out today. So if you have Holdfast, you can get this game. And yes, this is a Lee Enfield Mark III, I believe is the gun. No, Mr. Beep. I think you're confusing another game we were talking about. That's Battle Cry of Freedom, which is very similar to this, and that's made by the people who made the Napoleonic mod for Mountain Blade Warband, and that comes out in 2 weeks. Though I think there's a free demo next week, maybe, and it also has a World War I mode on it. It's very, very similar to this. The only difference is that you have larger servers. I think they go up to 500 people. The graphics aren't quite as good. But then you have the commander mode where you can command a whole company of men. No, there are several maps on the DLC. This game's almost over. 2 minutes to go, and we're definitely going to win. Darn you people, don't shoot me. Oh, he got me in midair. Yeah, Sean, speaking of Kansas, I want to say the first Kansas was at Jenkins Ferry. I'm trying to remember. But JD, my friend JD from the History Underground, just did a archaeological type, or like it was a metal detecting. He went with a guy from a channel called Digging on Faith. The guy only has a couple thousand subscribers, but he goes around with a metal detector, and he's been exploring the Jenkins Ferry battlefield. Pulled a 6-pound solid shot artillery shell out of the ground, perfectly round. Looked like it could have been fired yesterday. Found a bunch of mini balls. Found a pocket knife.
Hold back! We're losing
Oh,
ground
jeez.
to the enemy.
Oh, somebody else got me. I was about to throw a grenade at that guy. The chicken's still just chilling. All right, 50 seconds to go, and then we're going to wrap this up. Second Kansas colored, okay. When I go back to Vicksburg, I want to get over and make a full video about the colored troops who fought there. While the Vicksburg campaign was going on, there was a vicious battle at the supply depot where the colored troops fought off like significantly more than they had, and they fought really, really well. What am I having for dinner? I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to make for dinner. I might make penne tonight, penne and meatballs. A collab with Extra History, that would be cool sometime. Alright, we're going to wrap it up right there, guys. Thanks so much for joining for the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll probably play some more of that down the road.